Alright guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Thank you much for tuning in. So, we're back with our Lord and Savior, Matt Rose. And this one is the most recent one. As I'm recording this, this came out 16 hours ago. So I'm a bit of an early bird, but depending on when this video comes out, maybe not so much anymore. This one sounds like it's gonna be a good time again. It's called Bad Words You Said Not Knowing What They Mean. This now already this sounds amazing, but then you scroll down and you see it is age restricted. I don't think I've seen a single Mad Rose video that was age restricted. Um, so I'm very curious. I'm very curious. As always, a link to the original video is down in the description. Make sure you subscribe to our boy Matt, and let's get started, okay?
Was probably like 9 and had taken an art class where he learned about Picasso. I thought the ones where he designed two different halves of faces and put them together were really cool. I was really into fashion and got the idea to do some basic graphic tees that said things like awesome or happy. I'd combine the words to make it look like the person was wearing a different shirt on each side, so it would say like P. Well, I got the idea to combine the words cool and rock for one person, and my mom asked me why on my drawing I had written the word cock. This, the last of the videos in our slightly staggered sequelathon this year, is something of a personal redemption for me. You see, almost exactly 2 years ago marks the only video I've ever had to censor to get through YouTube guidelines.
Oh.
In a last-minute scramble to get it ready for Matt Rose Monday, which really fucked me off, as I was quite pleased with it.
Wait, I just noticed. What the hell is hanging in the background? How did I miss that? I was so focused on his face. Matt, what is going on? What?
Enjoyed seeing in the comments when you yourselves had made the same blunders. I used to confuse diary and diarrhea too. I always told everyone my favourite book was Diarrhea of a Wimpy Kid. Skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji. I mixed up journal and urinal and told my mom that I think it'd be cool to have a journal in our house. My mom responded with, oh why, to write in? And I said no, to pee in. Why would I write on it? I enjoyed seeing it when it was the other way round and your parents had misunderstood something. One time my mom tried to get me to search up Donald Trump Rule 34. Oh, because she said on Facebook that it was about some law in one of the states about the number of felonies you can run for office with or something.
Oh,
and of course, I enjoyed seeing all the new and original inappropriations of your own. I knew a kid whose older sister convinced him that good riddance, you bastard, was an old English way of saying goodbye, friend. And so the kid repeated it to his dad before he went away on a work trip. My grandma once said, see you later, alligator. Me, a child, not understanding and thinking we're just doing animal names, responded with, see you later, pig. Heard? Slapping a lady's butt with a wink is a compliment off a Family Guy, and I did it to my mother when she was upset about her grandmother dying. I sincerely thought it would cheer her up. I cringed so hard when everyone cursed to remember it. When I was little, I confused the words virgin and vegan. So when my grandma brought out a big meatloaf, this was a family dinner, every generation at our table. I said, Grandma, I don't want that meat. I'm a virgin. It's now...
What? Wait, you were little and you were a vegan, but you didn't know the term for it. What? God damn that lore drop. I don't want that meat. I'm a virgin. Just in front of the entire family. Just okay.
Our core memory I can't get rid of.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Circumcision was the same as exorcism, so I loudly yelled to my younger brother, you needed circumcision! Bro, this is insane. Vividly remember calling the mystery machine from Scooby-Doo the Shag-mobile. Shaggy. When I was little, my favourite DC hero was Flash. I tried to come up with my own super...
Flash, okay. That is a weird choice, but okay, let's see.
Speed-based superhero, and after seeing an episode where Flash vibrated through a wall, I decided to call myself...
Oh no.
The Vibrator.
That sounds like a very interesting hero, my god. The Vibrator. That sounds like a hero you would find on a different website.
Mom
Boy.
immediately asked me nicely to think of a different name. Faced with tears of joy, I thought orgy was short
What?
for orchestra. Skull emoji. I used to think it was like an ogre. Skull emoji. I assumed it was a fancy word for a lot. One day in primary school, I presented
Well,
a story to
you're
the
not completely
class I
wrong.
made up called Time Orgy. Thinking it was just a stupid online meme, I told my mom, call me Beef, 'cause I'm stroganoff. Oh, God! I enjoyed these so much, in fact, so I thought, let's try this one again and see if we can't sneak it past YouTube in full and uncensored this time. So, without further ado, it's back to Reddit.
What I find hilarious is it's like age restricted, and he wrote, this has been age restricted in less than 2 hours. God damn. YouTube's AI detection is as broken as usual.
And it's nurse_Tracy. I was at a family gathering and my 5-year-old cousin asked me, does your husband bend you over? It took everyone a few minutes to realise she was talking about how in movies the man will bend the woman back and kiss her. When I was a kid, I grabbed the leaf blower while my parents were cutting the lawn and loudly proclaimed, I get the blowjob. My mom stared at me. Once I was at the school sports day, as a cheer in one of the races, I yelled out, vagina. A teacher dragged me to the headmaster and he asked where I heard it, and I said the Nick Show Sleepover Club, and he told me not to watch it. My best friend and I had a sound effect / onomatopoeia that we used to do for an explosion. My dad told me one day to use a different sound, mate. My son at about 2 years old. Mama, when I'm a big guy, I won't fuck around. At the end of the year without a Santa Claus, when Santa comes through in the end and is flying through the air in his sleigh, my 7-year-old goes, well, that's son of a bitch. Apparently she heard it on Bob's Burgers. I once told my mother I wanted to tell her something and that I really meant it, and gave her the finger. I thought
what?
it was a symbol for I love you.
Why would you think that? Why would you think that that is the symbol for I love you? Showing your mom the middle finger.
Similar experience. My son, 1st grade, flipped off an entire 5th grade class who were lined up in the hallway at school. I'd let him watch Guardians of the Galaxy. I just read this aloud to my husband and he said, legend! Not me, but my brother had a little misunderstanding with the word masturbate.
Okay.
During the
a little. Okay.
the ending airport scene of Not Another Teen Movie, the part where Janie says,
that was a line from She's All That. I masturbate to that movie.
My brother apparently understood maturating as knowing all of the word to the movie. We found this out when he decided to tell the family that he masturbates to the Mighty Ducks.
Too much information, bro. Too much information. That dude might not be invited to the next family gathering. Holy crap.
My homework assignment in 1st grade was to tell a riddle. I went to my older brother who taught me one. The next day, when it was my turn, I proudly asked my riddle. What's green and jumps from bed to bed? A prostitute. The teacher nearly choked. When I was little and the song Putting on the Ritz was popular, a boy on the bus sang a version of that song. I went home and sang it to my mom. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the shit. She didn't think it was funny. When I was a kid, I wrote on a response to a homework question.
relatively mild.
You could hurt yourself, especially if you're a slut. I was trying to say klutz.
What?
My 12-year-old daughter recently used the word bukkake to refer to an elderly woman we saw in public. She thought it meant a cute, matronly woman. It was determined that the word she wanted was a babushka. I thought fellatio was the same thing.
Oh my... Bro! You went from babushka to bukkake. Very different words, very different meanings. Goddamn. What?
Thing as Alfredo. One time when
I thought fellatio was the same thing as Alfredo. Huh?
my mom was cooking, I walked into the kitchen and loudly said, it smells like fellatio in here, in front of my mom and my gran.
Core memory unlocked.
Emoji. When my eldest was 3, he came running up to me excitedly, proclaiming, "Mum, I found stickers," and dragged me to his room.
Okay.
When I got through the door, I found he'd stuck an entire pack of sanitary pads to his wall. In kindergarten, I
Wait, that's why it's the background. Bro, I love Matt so much. I love him so
once
much.
took my mom's tampon for show and tell and told the class it was dynamite. Thought condom was a bubblegum brand because of a billboard advertising different flavours.
Bro, the dedication is unrivaled. What I wanted to say.
My mom's tampon for show and tell and told the class it was dynamite.
Dynamite. Dynamite normally is red, right? And a tampon, unused, is white, right? Did you think it was dynamite because the tampon was also red? Bro.
Flavours.
Holy
Testicle
delicious.
Tuesday from Ace Ventura. Said this at the dinner table when I was about 6. Last Christmas, my 7-year-old niece got a great present, and out of nowhere, she screams, "Jesus Christ!" on a cupcake with sprinkles. That is freaking adorable. I'm stealing this. When I was little, my next door neighbour was trying to teach me a few Spanish phrases. He tried to tell me to say buenos dias. Somehow I got this crazy mixed up, and when my mum called me back to my house, I yelled out to my neighbour as I walked away, "Gonorrhea!" For me, when I was 13, I told a family friend she had a camel toe.
Ooh. Ooh.
She had a really big thumb toe, and it reminded me of a camel. You what, mate? Jizz. I thought it meant to urinate. I was at my grandpa's funeral and loudly said to my group of cousins when they asked me where I went, "I swear."
Bro. Oh my god. At your grandpa's funeral, I went to take a jizz. Fucking hell,
Take a
bro.
jizz. Would you have morning wood? I thought you were supposed to say, "I have a boner," when your food came. 5-year-old who didn't want to get ready.
To be fair, if I'm very hungry and I get served my favorite food, I might.
For bed. You know? She advised me to suck her dick. One time when I
went
to bed, she advised
5-year-old who didn't want to get ready for
me to suck her dick. One time.
Her? Okay, now I get it. I was like, what?
When I was younger, my brother thought it'd be a good idea to put a bag over my head like kidnappers in those movies. So I loudly exclaimed, "Are you teabagging me?" Because I genuinely thought that was the word for it. My 3-year-old goes and asks people if they have a penis and follows up with,
"May I see it?"
Yeah, I was about 2 and apparently...
Can I see it?
I asked a mall Santa Claus if he had a penis. I used to ask my grandma to bring a penis when she would come to visit the next time. I work in daycare. One time we were colouring turkeys for Thanksgiving when one of the 4-year-old children paused, looked up and said, "This chicken is a bad motherfucker." Then she went right back to colouring. My cousin's youngest daughter, Yud, was 3 years old. Yud wasn't yet trusted with plates. Mom sets table. "May I have a fucking plate?" "Excuse me." "Fine. May I have a fucking plate, please?" I was 4. I had seen Bugs Bunny call his foils a sacker. So I thought fucker was basically the equivalent and thought it'd be a good word to shout at passing cars. Fuckers! Fuckers!
Oh, Matt, never change, never change.
In the ocean with Mom when a very well-built woman walks out to the water. Dad is 100 yards away on the beach. "Hey, Dad, check out the gazungas on this one." I thought...
Yo. Okay. It would be nice to see what the reaction of the dad was. You know, maybe it runs in the family, the
Or
wildness.
suicide meant to surf. No
Uh-oh.
idea why. I was at a restaurant with my family that had crayons and paper you can draw on, and I drew a guy surfing and wrote suicide. Super big and red and showed everyone. My parents were full. After seeing this image in a library book,
I would just
thought
laugh. Treason.
treason meant... Sometimes to this day, I still have a short moment of confusion when I hear that word. I thought an asshole was the exhaust pipe of a car, so I spent 1 year calling a part on my toy cars assholes. My grandma asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and because I thought it meant something soft and squishy, I said a dildo. When I
God damn.
I was younger, I was playing word association with my mum and brother and said dominatrix. On an essay in 4th grade, I wrote, save a tree, eat a beaver. When I got a new hermit crab, I asked my 3-year-old cousin what I should name it, and she responded, Crab Pussy. We settled for Crabria. God, I remember thinking I came up with a really nice dog name. Come, Lusty. My mum shot that one down immediately. I used to work with a bloke whose young daughter named her toy pony Nipple. When I was around 7,
I still think Lusty is a much better name. That is a name worth remembering.
I invented a new name. I thought it was so elegant. I named everything Bitchard. I humbly ask your permission to name my next pet Bitchard. Accent on the A-R-D. Oh, sorry. Bitchard. I was on a family trip with a bunch of my parents' friends. Everyone was telling, if you know what I mean, jokes, but I didn't know what they meant, analog sad face. So I got fed up with not being included, so I got their attention and said, I'm gonna go upstairs and fluff my Garfield. If you know what I mean. Everyone was quiet. I left and then I heard everyone hysterically laughing. I had no idea what it meant then, and I still don't now. I'm a dude. I was like 12 and I told my stepmom I was on the rag because I thought it just meant you were having a bad day. Pubic hair! I thought it meant the hair on my head! I would say I'm gonna style my pubic hair!
I'm gonna style my pubic hair.
Oh, jeez! Calling the Backstreet Boys the Backdoor Boys.
Yes! That was the best one so far. The Backdoor Boys. Oh my god. The Backdoor Boys. I don't think I'm going to forget that name ever. Now that I've made this association, the Backdoor Boys, holy crap, that is phenomenal. I like that.
Oh, right. My twin, when we were like 6, 7, was talking about...
Nope, moving on.
Vampires and how you can kill them with stakes. He misunderstood what a stake is and thought it was a steak. This was close to 20 years ago now, but I remember he yelled out, vampires, I'm gonna slap them with my meat. I was a little kid and had been easily influenced by the sexy diner waitresses on TV. So when my grandpa had his buddy over, I wanted to be helpful, which resulted in me passing through and saying, can I get you boys anything? When my dad left the room, I shouted after him. I was very young and had heard it somewhere. Come back here, big boy. Still makes me cringe just thinking about it. Smiling face with open mouth and cold sweat. I didn't understand the, is that a blank in your pocket or are you just pleased to see me phrase. Well, you used to say it to people randomly. I legitimately just thought it was a greeting.
Bro. Can you imagine you're just standing at the bus stop waiting for the bus and this random kid, this 14-year-old girl just walks up to you and says that. And you're just so confused like, what the fuck just happened? I legitimately just thought it was a greeting. I mean, I guess it could be considered a greeting, but a very special one, you know?
Imagine going to school and saying that to your teacher. Told a teacher.
Oh my god, that is worse. Forget about the bus stop, bro. Saying that to your teacher is worse. Bro, you're gonna get him in trouble. Saying that to your teacher is worse. You win.
If he had any brains, he'd be dangerous. My mama was not happy with me.
Uh,
I once,
what?
this is right after the Challenger explosion, asked my second grade teacher what NASA stood for. When she said she wasn't sure, I told her it was need another 7 astronauts. When my son was in kindergarten, I got a call telling me that he was in the office because after being served nachos, he looked at the sweet little lunch lady and said, "Oh, what the fuck is this?" When my son was in
What?
4th grade, they had an assignment where they made a sort of music video about something they were interested in. It was basically a slideshow with music. These videos would be played
Okay.
on various TV monitors around the school. My son loved my collection of Monty Python DVDs, so the music for his video was Python's "Sit on my face and tell me that you love me." He didn't know what it meant, he just thought it was funny. When I was a kid in
Oh
2nd
my
grade, there was some
God.
sort of anti-drinking and driving campaign. I didn't understand the concept of it, so when the teacher said, "Now I hope none of your parents..."
Wait. In 2nd grade, an anti-drinking and driving campaign. What? What are you teaching the students? They're 2nd grade. How old are they? 7, 8 years old. What drinking and driving is gonna become a potential problem for them in like 10 years? What? That's not something you teach the kids. You should teach their parents.
Parents drink and drive. I raised my hand proudly and said that my dad does. Well, my dad drank Coca-Cola. Aged around 8, I learned a new word with the sort of grasp that a dog has on a bicycle. It knows what it looks and sounds like, but really has no idea how to use it properly. The word was appropriate. Enter Steve, Mum's first new boyfriend after she divorced my dad 6 years previously. Steve seems perfectly nice, but was a little treading on eggshells as it was the first time he'd met me. I think Mum had seen him a few times at work, but this was their first proper date. Steve took a seat and Mum said, "How do you take your coffee, Steve?" "Black," he replied. "This is it. This is my moment to impress Mum's new boyfriend with my ever-expanding vocabulary." That's appropriate, I said. To my mum's Anglo-West Indian boyfriend. I'm 59 now. It still burns. I also think it may have been the most inappropriate use of the word appropriate ever recorded. Not a word or phrase, but I slapped my grandma in the face while she was sleeping because I watched too many Spanish telenovelas and wanted to know how it feels to slap someone. How did Grandma react?
What the
Well,
fuck?
she woke up. She was angry. This is a legit
who would have thought?
sincerest upvote. We end this year's Sequelathon back to normal videos from August, as and when I can get them for you, but we end this video on the one word I know I will have to censor for YouTube. So, when I was watching Silence of the Lambs with my mom when I was 12, I asked, "Mom, what's cunt?" Based on the context, I thought it was a type of perfume.
I guess there's a smell connected to it, but no.
By Calvin Klein.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I love the dedication. Where was it here? Bro. That is dedication. You're phenomenal, Matt. Don't ever change. Don't ever change, bro. We love you the way you are. Alright, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you check out my Twitch. Link is down in the description. If you have requests for other videos, let me know down in the comments or join my Discord and let me know there. Hope you guys have a great day, and until next time, bye!